Good afternoon and welcome to our Lunchtime News this Thursday, the 28th of November 2018. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has expressed desire to increase support to Uganda's education sector. This was revealed in a meeting between the First Lady, also Minister for Education and Sports, Mrs. Janet Museveni, and the delegation from Saudi Arabia at State House, Nakasero. Mrs. Museveni thanked the Saudi Arabia government for funding projects that have enabled expansion of technical and vocational education and training. She called for a project targeting capacity building for quality improvement of both in-service and pre-service technical and vocational education instructors. Other areas of potential cooperation, she said, could be in teacher education for quality improvement, plus infrastructure and staff development for some new universities. Excuse me. The Saudi Arabia officials, led by His Excellency Ambassador Hatim Abdulaziz O. Idris, highlighted that the desired areas of cooperation that include, among others, scientific and educational relations between education institutions, exchange of expertise between education institutions, universities and scientific research centers, encouraging organization of scientific, cultural weeks and days and scientific clubs in education institutions in both countries. They said the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is working to increase the number of scholarships offered to Ugandan students to study in Saudi universities in all disciplines apart from health sciences. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, through the Saudi Development Fund, has financed the establishment of 5 new technical institutions in the districts of Ajomani, Bukedea, Chiboga, Chengyoyo and Liantonde.
First of all, and I thank the agency. Thank you for your warm welcoming here.
The sector players in Uganda is performing in
One cannot discuss HIV/AIDS in Uganda without considering the performing arts industry. HIV/AIDS gained notoriety in Uganda after a popular musician, Bongole Lutaya's music recordings inspired many to join the industry. From 1960s to date, millions of Ugandans reap big from the performing arts industry. Currently, most urban areas have bars and nightclubs at every corner, which host different performers on a weekly basis. The fame, lifestyle and controversial actions of the famous people in Uganda attract public attention, with many celebrities living in fear of losing their audience. This fear accounts for stigmatization and has seen many artists in Uganda living in denial.
Actually, we even have a problem, another problem which is also cropping up. It's called HIV drug resistance. HIV drug resistance is a problem whereby the medications you are taking, you reach a point and they fail to work. And when they fail to work, you become infectious again.
So they're telling people, don't work with him. That one is dying the next day. That guy is HIV positive. He's not going to live for long. I'm still around. And I don't know, they could go before me.
Moses Nsubuga, alternatively known as Supercharger, a recording artist, has lived with HIV/AIDS for 25 years. Nsubuga recounts his experience of how living in denial almost took his life at an early age.
And when we get the information, we fear to get the services because of issues like stigma. When I go to the hospital and get the medications, then people will ask me, those medications are for HIV, and they will begin running away from you. So we have a lot of issues with Uganda. And thank God, the government of Uganda is not sleeping, is doing its best to see that we end HIV.
The practices and exposure related to the business of creative arts, including alcoholism, drug abuse, and prostitution, continuously contribute to new infections of HIV/AIDS. More revelers run out of control, which also witness unprotected extramarital activities.
Sango omuntu omwesigwa ne bwotewaana abantu bakweyuna naye nzo ntamye kweraga ate nze nonvumirira nakola kindi we kati n'obwavu bugenda kunzita olaba kasitoma obutakyanneesiga okunywa n'okutamira tekuli mu bivulu byaffe kokka amabaala gye gali bunaku abantu banywa era batamiira ne wano tuyinza okulabawo abatamidde okitegedde ne mu kkubo ne mu takisi banyweramu omwenge so okutamira tekuli mu bivulu byokka kuli everywhere obwenzi bubeera ku muntu ng'omuntu ate era n'omuntu okufuna obulwadde tekyetaagisa kumala kwagala bakazi 40 kayinza okuba akakazi kamu olusinga nakatono kaddugavu tekyetaagisa kumala funa munene.
The number of artists living with HIV in Uganda is still mysterious, as most players are living in denial. The question is, who is to be blamed?
I mean, the blame goes back to the government. Because if I'm the government, and I know that the pubs and the nightclubs, the hotels, the artists, the singers, the comedians, those are the people who act together and their job fuels up HIV infection. I will tax them first. After taxing them, I will get part of the taxes and take it back to them and tell them now, look here, educate these people who come in your bars, educate people who come in your concerts, tell them about HIV AIDS. But that's not happening in the country.
I believe the parents have underscored when it comes to them taking up their responsibility of responsible parenthood. They are not giving their kids enough time, enough guidance, because you realize that in their times when they were growing up, there was no social media, there were no digital platforms like TVs, Facebook, and what have you. Now you do find that with the availability of such platforms, they are, in my opinion, they are a temptation. They are a temptation.
To sustain the business, the players in the industry need to dance to the tunes of the audience by creating messages that fit their respective followers. This, according to the musicians we interacted with, has challenged them in sensitizing the public in the control of new HIV/AIDS infections in Uganda.
Lwakuba ekyenjawulo ekiriwo nti ennaku zino omuzika abantu baagala nnyo ogudigida okusinga message. Naye kye nandigambye abantu oba abalabi ba TV nti gwe ng'omwami oba omukyala weekumire nnyo ku mwagalwawo.
When you are going for sex, what I can tell you guys, buy a condom, use a condom, because we don't know the people we sleep with. Some people are already sick. It's not bad to be sick. It's not their fault, but we really don't want to tap into that world they're in.
The fact that performing artists always look for hit messages that will add credit to their revenue. Few popular artists who shared their positive status publicly are ready to give a hand in preventing new infections.
Radio DJ, film actors, comedians with HIV. And majority of these people approach me. But like I told you, I'm not supposed to mention their name. It's not allowed. But I encourage as many of them to come and approach me so that I can direct them to where they can get proper treatment. That's the most important thing.
But government per se is not yet with us. Yet this is where they need us most, because they need the population.
In Uganda, an estimate of 1,400,000 people currently lives with HIV, with an average prevalence of 6.2% of adults. Dr. Dan Byamukama, the head of HIV prevention at Uganda AIDS Commission, reveals that the number of new infections is declining, with more infected people responding to the programs.
So there are a few bad stories of an HIV positive person deliberately transmitting HIV, but most of them will engage in responsible behavior, and this we find it in survey, because they care for others, and we are happy with the way the HIV positive in Uganda are taking up their responsibility of making sure there's no more HIV transmission to other people.
About 22 million people are living with HIV in Africa, 2/3 of the world's aggrieved, according to the United Nations. 2 million people died of AIDS 2 years ago, and 3/4 of the deaths were in Africa. Uganda is to join the rest of the world to celebrate 2019 World AIDS Day in Kayunga district under the theme, engaging the young people to champion the end of HIV new infections.
Young people continue to be our main focus because they comprise majority of Ugandan population. Young people between the age of 15 to 24 are greatly affected, contributing to 34% of new infections.
Daniel Mugoya, reporting for UBC.
Thank you so much, Daniel Mugoya, with that insight into the HIV issue. A 14-year-old girl recently gave birth while writing a primary living examination at a primary school in Iganga district. This was not unusual, however, as girls in Busoga region are often raped or even forced into early sex, leading to early pregnancies. The difference is that most girls who drop out of school become pregnant or are married off. Aguta Philip has a report here. Okay, before we go to the girl child, the Rotary Club of Kampala Daybreak, in conjunction with other Rotary clubs, have organized the Rotary Business Festival to help raise awareness for and to support vulnerable people and communities in Kampala. Rotarian Gillian Kobusinje told UBC TV that proceeds from the festival will go towards consolidating already existing and new projects such as construction of schools and catering for the vulnerable in hospitals.
Aspect of people thinking everybody in Rotary is so rich and what, we need to remove this myth that people are having around. Rotary is not only for the rich as people put it, but it's built under a number of proprietors that also work like any other individual who have businesses out there. It's aimed at helping society. This particular one, we shall be helping the Vijana Power Project. This is an institute that is put up for people that are out there and are not privileged in doing their own business. We're waiting for you and we're ready for you. Come 29th and 30th of November at the Forest Mall parking at Lugogo by.
Thank you so much for watching. You are still watching our lunchtime news. And in more stories, yes, in more news, the Deputy Chief Justice Alphonse Owenyedolo has applauded the Tax Appeals Tribunal for simplifying resolution of tax cases in the country. This was during the launch of the Taxpayers Tribunal in Kampala, as we see in this report.
Made by the Tax Appeals Tribunal. I take this opportunity to thank the tribunal for putting in place an effective mechanism.
One of the government's strategic objectives is to facilitate development initiative of the private sector. Towards this goal, government has realized that the private sector needs laws and regulations that are business friendly. This is one reason why the Tax Appeals Tribunal was established outside the mainstream of the judicial system to provide a simplified and speedy mechanism of resolution of tax disputes.
Also help planning and responding of tax laws by the Ministry of Finance. Usually at times we indicate the law where there are weaknesses, so they should be able to read and see which law should be. Thank you once again for.
Thank you so much for watching. We now take a very short break. On return, we have business news. Do not go anywhere.
Muzukulu wange Nasuna agenda kufumbirwa. Leero lwe tumuwaayo. Nga nkozesa Airtel K2 nsasule be tugjeeko ebintu era nkakase nti abagenyi abayite balina endagiriro entuufu okujja awaka nga mpita ku mutimbagano. Wabula neebaza tekinologiya, omukolo gubadde munyuvu nga tujaguza ebyobuwangwa bwaffe. Kaakano tulindiridde mukolo gwa mpeta.
Wangalira ku mukutu gwo gwa Airtel Keto noti 7 noti 8. Keto ejjudde.
My first 4G smartphone from Airtel is back. It's bigger, better, and comes with 5 GB free data per month for 3 months. At only 200,000 Uganda shillings, enjoy fantastic features on the phone, like the face unlock feature, long battery life. Mwana, ka volume keko. Live your life in 4G with my first 4G smartphone at only 200,000 Uganda shillings and get free 5 GB data every month for 3 months. Visit the nearest Airtel shop, dial *175*9# to enjoy free data. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Kickstart your holiday in style and be part of the grand family party organized by your very own Eseza Omutokana, a known children entertainer and mother. It will be fun, it will be exciting, it will be memorable with lots of prizes to be won. It's going to be the best of the children's end of year party on the 1st of December 2019 in the UBC Gardens, hosted by Eseza Omutokana. Lots of entertainment including live performances from Uganda's finest, Fresh Kid, Pastor Wilson Bugembe, Kapiripiti.
Yagoba tegeza ngenaku z'omwezi nga lumu December tugenda beera ku UBC Gardens abato mujje tugalewo omwaka.
Ghetto Kids.
We are the Troopers Ghetto Kids. Yes, on the 1st December tugenda beera ku UBC end of year party. Yeah. Let's all be there. You know how we do it.
All the kids come have a good time.
Let's have a good time. You know how we do it.
How we do
Straight up from the
you know what I'm talking about. You know.
Wembley, Yo-Yo, Uganda's best dance group, gets open at 7 a.m. Entrance 10K only and parents free. Come unwind, eat, dance, sing, enjoy the bouncing castle, motor rides, camel rides, ice cream, quiz, swimming, sack races, tag of war, face painting, nyama choma, and candle floss. This party is organized by UBC, Inspiring Uganda.
Welcome to Fast First, where today we're talking about bride price and how it is a threat to women's progress. And I want us to get straight into it. Is bride price a prestigious thing here in Karamoja?
It is something that is done culturally. That when you're getting married, it's not your husband to pay you, it's the clan.
I believe that when you get married, it is a prestige and it is a pride for you, the family, and even you, the girl who is getting married.
Okay.
So we have strong beliefs in marriage. Marriage is good bonding. Marriage is security itself. Security to the clan, security to the tribe, security to
the lady.
To the lady. Because the idea of thinking she has been brought for punishment, it's not true.
Ngatufunikira mwaka 2019 Addison Uganda kuletedde ezinga yaffe mu premier Struggling Faces. Guno mugo gwa sinema gwennyini ngenda kuzomeza 28 2019 enguudo zonna zakwolekera ku theatre Labonita mu Kampala. Ene enkuba mpya Dondi asokonkola Dondi Jangola babazanyi ab'amaanyi Tosula Crazy and Amazing Vivian yennyini olabe baselemu ab'enjawulo otambule nabo ku red carpet. Eminyago gigolosa 10 ez'olweggulo okuyingira emitwalo 2 VIP emitwalo 5 n'abakolamu emitwalo 10 kikintu gandi weewe bikusibwako UBC TV, Star TV, Bella Wine, Ochulia Morel, Chikonge Financial and Property Managers, High People Music Awards, Shilak Saloon, Theatre Institute Uganda, Mulongo Wabide Foundation, ne 01 Media, nebitegekebwa Zinga Yaffe Uganda Limited.
Thank you so much for watching. From the break, I'll take you back to our story of girl child early pregnancies in Busoga sub-region, where we saw that at the age of 14, many girls there are dropping out of school as mothers and wives.
The head teacher of Jera Primary School, Namusalirwa Aisha, says that it is common for pupils to give birth in the Namayingo district. She says a drop in morality and parents who are not performing their roles is one of the reasons leading children into sex.
Mwana gwafuna amabunda ntegeera ayidukira ati amasomero gaife gano gadde ti masomero gakisolo nti omwana agafunye mu ssomero omwana ono ende naaba agifunire kuliya. But as a government policy, we, the head teachers or the heads of schools, we are not supposed to chase away those children who are pregnant. Instead, we just have to become friendly to them, bring them closer to us so that they continue with their studies.
The head teacher of Buhobe Primary School in Bukana Island says that child pregnancy is common among polygamous families.
Kw'abaana bato kiri nnyo mu bungi munamanyi. Njagala nsaba muzadde yenna alukuliriza bino agezeeko atuukirwe essomero, atuukirwe NGOs zino, ate n'ensaba ne NGOs zitambule mu communities nga zisensitizinga community.
The district education officer of Namayingo, Kawoka Werenai, says that it is common for child mothers to give birth, but not at school, as is the case now.
Basically, I am not happy with what happened in Rufu, where a candidate gave birth to a child. It gives a very bad picture for the rest. Some people might think that is the routine in the school. Two, others will think has got a child. So if someone gets a child, that is again a blessing. We want to make an appeal. One, teachers, make sure you handle these children like you handle your own children. Keep giving them the necessary knowledge so that at the end of the day, they benefit from your being a second parent. Two, parents, take charge of your children. Don't wait for teachers to come and help you. And at the end of the day, say, teachers need to help us. What did you expect them to help you? These teachers who handle over 500 children, and for you are handling not more than 10, take charge of your children. Then you children, the future should be right. Then that is you.
He blames parents for not playing their role of guiding and counseling. The 2011 Demographic Health Survey indicated that in Namayingo district, some young girls are grandmothers at the age of 32 years. This has led officials from Children at Risk National Collaboration of Christian agencies in Uganda call for the urgent meeting of head teachers, PTA School Management Committee to share and help reduce cases of children giving birth at school.
Kintu ekisinga obukulu nti abazadde abazisinga tebafaayo nnyo ku baana. Abantu bazaala abaana bangi natuuka ekiseera ntakyasobola kulabirira abaana, tebatudde kubeera nga basobola owuliriza abaana, kuddamu ebibuuzo abaana bye balina, okuwa abaana obwetaavu, n'abazadde bennyini obwavu bo bungi, ate kati batuuka ekiseera omwana alina bye yeetaaga, omuzadde tabisobola. Ky'oba olaba nti kati abaana abamu basanga abantu ababalimbalimba, omwana yeesanga ng'akoze eki ng'ate awaddeyo obulamu bwe asobole okufunayo akasente akatono. N'abazadde abamu bannaaye tebafaayo, omuzadde abaana babaleka, teboogera nabo, teboogera ku bintu. Omwana bw'aba atuuse mu myaka gino gy'awulira ng'omubiri gwetaaga nnyo okwegatta, abazadde tebali kumpi kutandika kuyamba abaana bano. Kino basobola okiwangula batya?
Straight to the world of sport. The National Rugby League returns this Friday with something special. For the first time, the league games are to be played under floodlights. The rivalry between the two on-form clubs, Betway Cobs and Hima Cement Heathens, is to be renewed. Both teams agree to have a new experience playing at night. However, they promise to put up a tight show. Nile Breweries, with its new brand, Nile Special Stout, take over the rights of the league to a tune of 670 million shillings.
So as we've partnered with the rugby union for over 10 years, and we've seen the progress over time. And like we've said in the past, the growth of rugby is in line with our brand objectives. Now Special, as a brand, has always sought to inspire pride and celebrate Ugandan greatness. And in the vein of inspiring, I think it's important for us to play a role in growing this game beyond just what we see at the finished level. We want to go to the grassroots level and make sure we have more talent, more people that can go out and raise the Ugandan flag, in a big way. So the extra sponsorship is not only to motivate the clubs that have been performing so well, but also to go beyond just the league, get into the championship, get to support the clubs that are out of Kampala, like the president shared in his strategy.
Yes, we thank you so much for watching. That brings us to the end of our lunchtime news. My name is Michael Jordan Lukoma, wishing you all the best. Bye-bye.
Introducing the new itel P15 smartphone with free 1GB Airtel data every month for 3 months. Enjoy unique features like the big memory, 4000 mAh big battery, 5-inch HD screen, and the fingerprint sensor. Dial *175*9# to activate free 1GB Airtel